Welcome in. You are listening to Just an Average Podcast with your hosts, Jake and Casey. NFL Week 2 not quite in the books yet, but we are going to go ahead and dive into this NFL Week 2. Some things we kind of took away from it. We just finished up with the afternoon games, the last afternoon game here on Sunday. Sadly, it had to be the heartbreaking loss of the Broncos to the Colts, but we'll get into that. And then because of a penalty, which there were several of those in that game, and then also the Chiefs. First time Patrick Mahomes has been on a 3-game losing streak. So we're gonna get into all this stuff today. We've got all football today. We've got winners and losers, upsets, surprises, and then we've also got some big questions and looking ahead. Some teams, some players we can keep an eye on. So let's go ahead and hop into it, Casey. We got a lot to cover today as far as the NFL goes, and let's just go through some winners and losers here. Biggest winner of today would be the Buffalo Bills. Buffalo Bills, obviously last week, kind of shaky start to the season, I would say. Came back, beat the Ravens, and then this week they kind of beat the tar out of a poor Jets team.
Honestly, I don't know if you call them poor Jets.
They smothered them. The Jets did not.
I mean, the Jets didn't look very good at all. But the week before, when the Jets played the Steelers, looked pretty good then. And
correct.
The Steelers defense isn't awful.
Isn't awful, except for it's so hard to tell. We're 2 weeks in because you watch last week's games and think, man, the Jets look pretty good. Against a Steelers team, and you expect the Steelers to look good. Mike Tomlin's a really good coach. And then the Steelers go out and lose, 17-31 to the Seahawks. So it's just like, what is the NFL? I mean, like, what are all these scores and stuff like that? Really, no one's really kind of popped out as like, other than I think the Bills and the Eagles, two teams that is like, wow, these guys are powerhouses. And obviously the Ravens too. Ravens are a good team, but I will say, the Bills today, what was the final score of that Bills
A lot
game?
too little. I think it was like 30-something or 30-something to 10. Something like
30 to 10. Yeah, it was 30 to 10. So 30 to 10, Josh Allen, James Cook doing some crazy good things. That one run he had where he just evaded all of the defenders just kind of made the Jets defense look a little silly. But that's one big winner, I think, from the week. LA Rams, my goodness. I mean, they were just firing on all cylinders. I think at one point in time they were up quite a bit. Or no, it was close. It was 10-10 there in the first half, and then they just that second half they just ran away with it.
Took away with it, yeah.
33-19. But you got to give Cam Ward some props a little bit. I mean, he's hanging in there. Back-to-back weeks playing really good defenses. He's hanging in there. His wide receivers really are not doing him any favors at all. Really, the offensive line isn't doing a lot for him either. But I think the LA Rams, they were one of my top 3 teams going into the season, and they just keep proving why they are, a really good team.
Oh yeah.
Strong running game from the Rams as well. I don't know the full stats on that. I could probably find them out right here, but I think they ran quite a bit all over the Titans. Let's see here. Kyron Williams, 66 yards rushing. Puka Nacua, 45 yards. Blake Corum, 44 yards. I mean, a team total of 149 yards and 2 touchdowns. It's kind of hard to beat, compared to the Tennessee Titans. I mean, they had 109 yards rushing, but no touchdowns. So
right.
Poor Cam Ward, though. I mean, I'd like to see him get a win. I think he's a good quarterback. I think he's going to do, good things in the NFL, but tough start to the season for him for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Any other winners you want to talk about? There's a few more on here I want to talk about, but I don't know if you had any winners.
I mean,
in particular,
if we're talking about standout teams right now, in particular, the biggest standout team for me right now is definitely the Green Bay Packers.
They look almost unstoppable. It's crazy.
Their defense is absolutely phenomenal right now. They shut down a very, very stacked Detroit Lions team in week 1
Yeah.
who
Yep.
turned around and just put up
Just
52
beat the
against
brakes off of
the
the Bears.
Bears. Like
Oh my
absolutely
goodness.
just demolished them, which I love. I think it's hilarious. But but
Sorry for any Bears fans out
we'll get
there.
into that. We'll get into that a little bit probably, but and then you turn around and you be offensive rookie of the year quarterback Jaden Daniels, whose offense is loaded too,
Yeah.
and you hold them to pretty much what was it like 10? Was it 10 before garbage minutes, and then they
It wasn't a
picked up a
lot.
little bit.
It wasn't a lot for sure.
Um,
Yeah.
but man, the Packers defense looks really really good. I think the only thing that's really gonna hurt the Packers is Reed being out for the season.
Yeah.
That's one receiver that is probably your number one receiver out.
You had
Uh,
Dobbs and Golden. So I mean, you had Dobbs and Golden, but yeah, I
but
mean, it seems
I
like
think Reed was always the number one, wasn't he? With that group.
honestly, like last year, it was kind of they did. I mean, you heard Josh Jacobs say, we need a true number one wide receiver. They didn't really have, in my opinion, they didn't really have a true number one, but they had a lot of guys that contributed on that offense,
Yeah.
and I like the receivers. I really don't. I think Matthew Golden adds a new aspect to that team for sure. And you say they have a really good defense, and it's the fact that they are limiting Micah Parsons right now. So once he's up to speed and they let him go full go out there on defense, I can only imagine how far this team's going to go. Which people that know me, I'm not a Packers fan. Do not like the Packers at all. Probably my least favorite team in that division. But got to give them their flowers where they're
Oh
due.
yeah.
They have been playing very good football, both offensively and defensively. So
Yeah, for sure.
yeah, Seattle Seahawks. Their offense.
Yeah, that was like it was like a questionable rebuild team. Like
Yeah,
they weren't 100% sure.
you get Sam
Uh,
Darnold in there
Sam
coming in,
Darnold's.
not
I mean,
sure, and he's been doing good. You lose key pieces, Tyler Lockett and DK Metcalf on offense, but you get Kenneth Walker today. I don't know how many rushing yards he had, but I think he had over 100 rushing yards today. Kenneth Walker by himself had over 100 rushing yards today. The rushing game really picked up. Sam Darnold did not look terrible. They ended up winning the game. Final score of 31-17, like I said, against the Steelers. That people think Steelers are a really good defensive team. But yeah, I mean, Kenneth Walker had 105 rushing yards on 13 carries. That's 8 yards a carry against a really stout Steelers defense. So he really led the way. And then they have Jackson Smith and Cooper Kupp, both getting over, you know, 85 yards receiving. So that helps a lot though too.
oh yeah.
I think that team, they're one of those teams in the NFC. They're kind of sleeper teams. I mean, if you're a Seahawks fan, you probably don't think your team's a sleeper
Yeah,
team,
with that division.
but that division, don't sleep on a lot of the other teams in that division because there's a lot of other really good teams in that division as well, and some we're going to get to here in a little bit. But defense for Seattle though, making plays too. I mean, all around, like I said, you had a lot of good complementary football today. For some teams, not all teams, and we'll kind of
There
get
was
into
a lot
those.
of really good football games on today. If
There
you're a football
was the
fan,
early games.
man, there was game
You had a
winners.
good day.
There's what
Yeah.
three game winners today? Four
Well,
game
you had,
winners.
oh my goodness, you
You had the
had really close
Bengals
games.
walked
Yep.
off and scored. Then you had the
Cowboys.
Giants Cowboys game was a walk off game. Then you had
Broncos, Colts.
Broncos Colts walk off game. Who
Yeah.
else? I mean, you had the Patriots
The
Dolphins game that was
Patriots
really
Dolphins was
close.
close. 49ers and Seahawks or 49ers and Saints was close. I mean, the Broncos game was on and I still had all these other games pulled up
Oh
on
yeah,
my screen watching those. I mean, they were a lot of fun to watch. So, obviously there's a lot of disappointments today. But the losers, like we said, we already touched on the Jets. Offense, though, compared to last week, their offense today it just totally like shut down. I feel like
yeah.
it was
So what
Justin
happened there? Like I didn't watch that game. I didn't watch that
Justin
game. So
Fields did not look good.
he got benched, didn't he?
Um, I didn't watch the whole entire game. I don't know if he got benched or not. I don't.
There was two quarterbacks on there,
He may have gotten
but
hurt.
they only combined for like 100 yards, like a little over
Tyrod
100
Taylor, yeah,
yards.
Tyrod. So Tyrod Taylor did come in. Yeah, I didn't watch the whole entire game. of that, once the Bills got up a little bit, I'm like, yeah, I'm not really. I put on the games that were fun to watch. No
Yeah.
offense if you're a Jets fan, but he may have gotten hurt. I mean, I guess we can kind of look and see really quick here if he got hurt. Justin Fields suffers concussion. Oh yeah, I actually did see that. Yeah, suffers concussion and lost to Bills. At the time I don't think they knew if it was a concussion or not, but he was in the protocol, whatnot. So yeah, it is confirmed he got a
Ouch.
concussion. So Tyrod Taylor came in, but like I said, even before Tyrod Taylor came in, that offense could not do anything.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Justin Fields didn't look great, but he did lead the team in rushing with 49 rushing yards.
Yeah.
So
Dude, I mean, he could. I don't know.
he's an athlete.
I don't. I'm still. I still can't believe the Bears gave him up. I really can't. I mean, he was
Yeah,
good for the Steelers last year, in my opinion,
yeah,
when he played, and he proved that he's a good quarterback last week when he
yeah.
played. He's. I don't know. You just put him in a good system. I think that he's fine. But
Jets just, I don't think the Jets really have a I
there's no
don't know. I
system there.
can't. It's the
Like the
Jets.
Bears.
Yeah,
There's no
and I
system.
mean, feel bad if you're a Jets fan. Like I said, I don't like. It's tough talking about teams and then people being like, "Hey, that's my team." Yeah, I get it. We're gonna get to the Broncos here because I can definitely hate on my team here
Yeah, and the
pretty
Dolphins are
soon as
terrible
well.
too. So
But so don't feel bad if we're talking about your team. Now Cleveland Browns. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and hate on the Cleveland Browns. No, I'm kidding. Joe Flacco, the whole team did not look great. I think they're blown out by the Ravens, which the Ravens are a good team. Division game though, you'd expect a division game to kind of be
semi close.
a little closer. But that game was anything but. I think it was a 41. Like, try to get it pulled up here. Yeah, 41-17. 41-17 win for the Ravens. Flacco only 199 yards on 45 pass attempts. So
Gosh.
one touchdown, one interception. Dylan Gabriel got in the game. He was 3 for 3 for 19 yards. Shador, I guess not. I mean, I guess you have a good preseason, and that's not enough to get you on the field. But I'd like to see what Shador can do.
I
Jerry
tell you
Judy,
what, though.
have him in fantasy. Thanks for the 51 yards, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
how many
all he
targets
got.
did he get? He threw 40.
Judy,
He threw 49 attempts. So how many targets did he get?
okay, so total team there was 48 attempts. They were 28 of 48. He got 4 receptions for 51 yards. So
Did it say how many targets he had?
8.
Ooh.
8 targets.
Yeah, at least 50%, I guess. But
Yeah. Cedric Tillman had 7 and only 2 receptions. So one
Woo.
of those was for a touchdown, I do believe, though. I think that was the one that was like swatted, bounced up in the air, and I think Tillman's
Yeah.
one who caught it in the end zone. Yep. But yeah, division game, tough loss for the Browns that are now 0-2. I mean, are we surprised? I'm not really that surprised.
Not at all.
No, but and then I'm gonna, it says loser on here, but I can't really call this team a loser, even though they did lose the game. Is the Giants, dude? I mean, they put up a fight against the
Man, Russ went
Cowboys.
off.
Russ was
500 yards, pretty much 500 yards, pretty close to
Yeah.
500 yards in passing.
He was, yeah,
And he didn't even play every snap.
He
They
didn't.
had
Old Jackson Dart come in
they
there
had
for like
Jackson Dart, but he was doing they were doing some wildcat
Well, I think
formation deal.
Jackson Dart only came in for one play, and it was because Russell
2.
Wilson had to go out. 2 plays,
He
okay,
came
and then
for
Russell
2. He
Wilson
came
had to
for
go out.
1, and they passed. So he came in for 1,
Yeah,
and they handed the ball off, and then Russ went back in,
yeah,
and then the play after that, Jackson Dart went in to run and ended up slipping.
yeah.
So it was weird,
Yeah.
and then they said, "Screw that, we're just going to throw the ball."
Oh my goodness. What I hate seeing is so obviously Russell Wilson, former Bronco, Javonte Williams, former Bronco. Let's just go ahead and go through this really quick. Javonte Williams,
He
18
went off.
carries, 97 yards, and 1 touchdown, 5 yards a carry. He's got 3 touchdowns now with the Cowboys. I think he had 2 all of last year with us. And then Russell Wilson going off for 450 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 pick.
This is highest ever. That's his career high.
Crazy. Really good game for him, but all for naught because
They
they
lost.
lost
Yeah.
in overtime because Aubrey's got just one heck of a leg.
64-yard.
60-yard field goal, probably been good for 67, 68.
Yeah,
and then,
he could have
the
kicked
field
almost
goal.
a 70-yard field goal.
Yeah, field goal there at the end. You know, sealed the game.
And the
But
one thing we're going to talk about this for a second. One thing that I hate, you're a football coach. You know this. Why on earth you're up 3 or you're up what 2? You're up 3 or you were
yeah,
tied actually. And you watch you're up 3. This is before the regulation was over. You're up
yeah.
3 with like 50 like 25 seconds left, something like that. Why on earth do teams sit back and let teams just throw the ball right down the middle of the field and get 20 yards?
Well,
Because
I think the biggest thing is
they were playing back. Well, they were playing back in a zone, and then they just let Ferguson just catch the ball in the middle of the field.
well, you're playing back in like a prevent because you don't want to give up the touchdown, obviously.
Yeah,
And then
but
two, you're playing the boundaries. So you play back and you play the boundaries because you don't want them getting out of bounds to stop the clock. So you want them to catch it in bounds. And most of the time, when you catch it in bounds, it is in the middle of the field, so you gain those extra yards. So
but it didn't really
not
matter because
ideal.
they had timeouts.
Yeah, I mean, still though, if you can not use one of your timeouts and just get the clock to stop doing that. I mean, that's something too. Like when I'm coaching, I'm like, guys, I don't want to burn timeouts. If you guys can catch the ball and get out of bounds, that's what we want to do. But you see it all the
But you
time.
know what I mean. Like
Yeah,
but it's like when teams just want to kick a field goal, they just it's like teams just let them
yeah,
get up the field, and then they kick the field goal like that. Like to me, like the Giants are playing halfway good defense
yeah.
up until that point of like
And I
20
feel like
seconds
that's
left.
because you go into that that prevent coverage to where you don't want anything deep. You don't want to give up a touchdown. You're so worried about not
Right.
giving up a touchdown. You give up the underneath stuff that can break for bigger yards. But look at these stats here. Um, Malik Neighbors, 167 yards, 2 touchdowns.
I bet
Wandale
whoever,
Robinson,
yeah.
142 for one. I mean, if you had Russell Wilson and Malik Neighbors in fantasy, probably could have just started those two and won your whole entire
That's
league.
probably 80 points right there.
Yeah, I think I lost my dude. I mean, and we'll get into the Broncos too. We'll get into them, but you talk about disappointing. I mean, we're on the disappointing topic, so we could start
I
talking
mean, we
about
talk
them here
about
pretty
the
soon. But
how Miami's just going to hand teams wins all
yeah,
day long,
yeah.
too.
The Giants offense though, Scadaboo looked good. He had flashes, but penalties and on the defense just kind of penalties and defense kind of hurt him back and forth a little bit. The Cowboys should be a lot better than what they are. This game was a
Their
lot
defense is
closer than
terrible.
I thought it was going to be. Yeah, but
I mean, you had like two of those touchdowns, both of those touchdowns, the one to Wendell and then the one to Malik Neighbors.
yeah,
Trayvon Diggs is looking like the ball's in the air, and then Trayvon Diggs just turns and like, where's everyone at?
yeah.
That one to Wandale Robinson he was like, the ball goes in the air and he turns. He's like, he turns
Where'd
and
he
he
go?
looks like, where are you at? Like, where's my
Yeah,
safety at? Like, where
yeah,
are you at? Like,
yeah.
where are
It's
you at? And he did that twice. The safety did that twice.
I will
Well,
say
the Malik
like
Neighbors' second touchdown was
yeah,
just a very, very nice catch.
yeah.
It was
I will
covered well.
say the first like 3 to 5 weeks of the NFL season, unless you're a team that's just already firing on all cylinders, like the teams, there's some teams that like don't pick it up until like that fourth, fifth week. So, we're gonna transition to segment 2 here because it's upset surprises and then maybe a few storylines. Um, I mean, this kind of falls in all the categories. I've been kind of, I mean, I've been bringing it up, but the Broncos, they were, and I personally, I thought they were going to be a good team. I haven't been talking about them as Super Bowl contenders. Like, I'm in wait and see mode. Like, that's great. I've been fooled the past 10 years. So, I'm not going to put them in Super Bowl in the same sentence as a Super Bowl until they show me they can actually do stuff in the regular season. Upset, surprise, big storyline, call it whatever you will, but man, we did everything humanly possible today to make sure we lost that game. And it's funny. I was actually playing in fantasy a girl that had Bo Nix, and Bo Nix had 3 touchdowns, and I'm just getting cooked in fantasy. I'm like, you know what? As long as we win this football game, I don't care about fantasy. Well, not only did I get beat in fantasy, the Broncos lost on a last second field goal that was missed 60 yards away, but apparently
It wasn't even
they
just
don't.
missed. Like there was
Apparently,
no
I mean,
shot of it going in.
it looked like my driver, just
Hey, that's
very
exactly.
very far right.
Thanks for taking my.
You don't slice the ball, Casey. I had to use.
Thank,
I get to use that. I
but thanks
sliced the ball.
thanks for taking my saying in the group chat though.
You're welcome. uh, no, but yeah. I mean, not only does he miss the 60-yard field goal, uh, maybe
But
they
they
don't
give him
coach this.
15 yards and
15
he gets to
yards
try it
because hey,
again.
I don't know if you know this or not, you can't touch the long snapper and do what you did on a field goal. So I don't think you probably could have just stood there. The longest field goal this kid's made was 48 yards.
He hasn't
So it's
missed a
like,
field goal in his career yet, and technically he still hasn't.
well, what is he like 4 for 4? I don't think he's
He's
been
not.
kicking that
He's
long.
10 for 10 now in his
Oh,
career.
okay. Oh, career. Okay. Well, yeah. So Broncos, like I said, Pat Surtain had a bad game. I realized he hurt his ankle. Went back out there. When he's not keeping up with Tyler Warren, it might be one of those things where it's like, yeah, maybe we should kind of pull him from the game and put the rookie we just drafted in there. Riley Moss didn't look great. The whole defense as a whole didn't look great. Bo Nix looked better, but that late interception, I mean, it wasn't an errant throw. It was just he was trying to avoid the arm of the defender as he threw, so the just sailed a little bit on him and it was picked off. But it's just like we missed a field goal, so many penalties. Just you're not going to win football games playing that kind of football.
Yeah,
So call it an upset, call it a surprise. I'm going to call it an upset because I personally did not think the Colts were going to be this good of a team.
I didn't
So
either.
let's flip it over to the other side of the ball. Are these Colts like the best team in the
They
AFC
legit.
right now? I mean, my goodness. You got Daniel Jones out here looking like the second coming of Peyton Manning. I mean, I think he threw what 7 incompletions. I got to get that pulled up. I really do. I got to get this pulled up here because I'm
He looks real
very
good.
intrigued to see.
We were talking
He looks
about
real
this. We were
good.
talking about this at golf today, in our group. Uh, and I was like, I was really surprised with Daniel Jones in week one. I was, but I wasn't because he played the Dolphins and the Dolphins defense is literally just bandaged up
Yeah,
and just not any good. And they're going to give up 30 or 40 every week. And so I really wasn't super. I was pretty surprised because of how Daniel Jones played in New York. And then one of the guys said, well, it's like any other quarterback that has left a team and went somewhere else when there's nothing, when there's nothing you can really do. I mean, when you
yeah,
give someone a halfway decent line, you give them a chance. Then that's when you really show. And then like maybe he just didn't fit with the coach. Maybe the schemes didn't fit, but I mean, he looks like. I mean, the Colts are looking like
they look good. Offense looks good.
they made a great decision by
Yep.
benching Anthony Richardson
Yeah.
and starting Daniel Jones.
100%, dude. And right now I got the stats pulled up 23 of 34, 316 yards, only one touchdown, but no interceptions. That's the biggest thing. No turnovers. Jonathan Taylor, 25 carries, 165
Jonathan
yards.
Taylor was a monster today.
6.5 yards a carry. Tyler Warren, what a great pickup. I mean, I wanted him in the draft. We ended up taking Jade Barron, which is still a really good pickup. But, Tyler Warren, why he was first round tight end, I liked him more than I like Loveland, but whatever. Bears are going to Bears. Uh, four receptions, 79 yards, no touchdowns, but he lines up everywhere. He's in the backfield, he's out in the slot, he's out wide, put him at the tight end position. He can just make some plays. So shout out to any Colts fans out there. We're Central Illinois here, so I'm sure there's a few Colts fans. So you guys, I mean, obviously you guys look really good. So congratulations on the win. No bitterness towards you guys. Wish you guys the best of luck this season. But yeah, Colts look really good. Broncos got a lot of work to do in the next few weeks, especially if they want to compete with the AFC West. Um, any other upsets, surprises, underdogs? I've got a couple more, but I'll kind of let you see what you think.
So this really it's not really an upset, but all week long I've been hearing um about how the Lions offense isn't going to be very good. And the
Yeah,
Lions aren't going to be that good because Ben Johnson was such a great offensive mind, and they were saying how the offensive coordinator, like, how do you play that bad against the Packers when you were part of that offense last
yeah,
year, and
yep,
the scheme, everything, and then they turn around and just straight push it down the Bears' throat. And
Yeah.
there were quite a few Bears fans inside of the bar after we golfed watching that game, and I
Probably not too happy.
couldn't help but cry laughing when they were just giving up stuff. And then you heard the typical. I'm not picking on Bears fans, because I'm not, but the
I
typical
kind of am. I'm not, but I kind of am.
the typical Bears fan here going, well, we got another quarterback in the first round. Call him a first round quarterback. It's time to just ship him
You
off.
can't keep giving up. You can't keep giving up on these quarterbacks that quick, though. Honest to God, dude. Look at Josh Allen. What he didn't really like go off until year 3.
And
So I
what,
mean, you got to
yeah.
give these
And,
quarterbacks
well, and what I
time.
said too is that what I said was, I said, I'm not a Bears fan, and I don't really care if the Bears win. Great, good for them. If they don't, it's typical. But
Yeah,
the one thing that gets me is that you can't judge Caleb Williams yet, because the poor guy has had
his
three
offensive
offensive
line.
coordinators. He's
Yeah,
had 3 offensive coordinators and two or three head coaches in 2 years.
yeah,
Like, what do you expect? The guy has heard 15 different schemes and 15 different languages of offense in two
yeah.
years, and I mean,
He's got good weapons.
he does. It's
Defense
going to
did not
be.
look good though.
And I talked about it. And we talked about it when we did our preseason rankings and stuff like that. I said they're going to be still. I think they're going to be third in the division. I thought that they were going to be ahead of the Vikings,
Yeah,
but I don't know how that's going to look now. I mean, they may be the best. They may end up being the best worst team in the division.
boy, that's giving them a lot of credit. I don't
No,
know. They
but
did
I'm
their
saying
defense. Yeah,
but it's possible.
yeah,
They could turn it around, and it's possible. I said they were going to go. I think 8-9, or think they were going 8-9 is what I said they were going to go,
yeah. And
which
I
is
can see them definitely
respectable.
still making that. That defense though, the defense just looked kind of slow today. And like,
Yeah,
correct me if I'm wrong, but I didn't think the defense looked very great. Man, that Lions celebration when they scored the touchdown was ice cold. Did you see the celebration? It was like
their last touchdown.
the tripping. It was like the tripping play that Ben Johnson created for Jared
Yeah,
Goff. Yeah. So they did that as a celebration. I'm like, that is ice
yeah.
cold.
Well,
Oh my goodness.
what really got me, and what really ticked a couple of the Bears fans off, was how they got to the goal line and they ran it 3 straight times and got stuffed. And then they run a play action on fourth down, going forward on fourth to go up 31 points. And
Hmm.
man, they were just so upset. And I'm like,
What are you
like,
gonna do? Kick a field goal? This is the NFL.
what do you like? And I'm like, think of it this way. If it's flipped over
Yeah.
and you guys do that, then you're going to be excited. Like, you watch these high school teams score 50, 60 points, and they don't quit, and you celebrate them scoring and beating teams by 50, 60. What's the difference between,
Yeah.
just because your team played terrible and got absolutely embarrassed, like, you're just upset about it? And I mean,
I mean,
you got to know it's going to happen. I
it's
mean,
the
it
highest
happens every
level of
year.
football. It's the
It
highest level of
happens
football.
every year.
These are the best players in the world. If you don't like it, stop it. Is the biggest thing.
Yep. Yeah. If you can't
So
handle it, it's going to happen.
yeah, I mean, college is the worst. You see huge lopsided games in college as well.
Oh
So
yeah.
I mean, 60-0, 60-10, it doesn't matter.
But that's also because high end Division 1 teams are paying these
Yeah,
crappy
that's true.
schools $1 million to
Give
come
me all
play
the
them.
money to come play me.
Yeah,
But
that's what
no,
they're
I
doing.
did. The Bears' offensive line is improved, but it seems like they're having some more of the same issues on the offensive line. Just I mean, maybe is Caleb Williams just holding the ball too long?
There
I
were
don't know.
times today where I said that to a buddy I was sitting next to. I was like, he just holds onto the ball for way too
Yeah,
long. Like, he does get, like, there was one time where he had to protect. He had the ball back for like 5 seconds,
yeah,
behind the line for like 5 seconds, and he couldn't find a check down. He couldn't find anything. Like, you just get the ball. Like, just give the
yeah. Just
ball up.
run, do
Do
something.
something.
But the first quarters, like they've been playing really good first quarters. They just can't carry it on for 3 more quarters. Play the full game like you play the first quarter, like especially like you did against the Vikings.
Oh
I
yeah.
mean, my goodness, you'll win, a lot of games, but they can't sustain anything. It seems
Yep.
like another team that I am kind of surprised about, maybe it's because I didn't really do a whole lot of, off-season studying on this team, is the Cardinals. We just got on talking about that division. You got the Cardinals, the Seahawks, the Rams, and the Niners. Um, Correct me if I'm wrong. What are the Seahawks and the lowest in that division at 1-1 right now?
Yeah.
I got
Everyone
to
else
look
is
at
2-0.
the was that NFC West, right? I mean NFC West standings, but the Cardinals today. I realize it's the Panthers. Yeah, 2-0, 2-0, 2-0, and then 1-1. So 49ers 2-0, Cardinals 2-0, Rams 2-0, and Seahawks. I mean, we talk about a division. You were talking about the Bears being like the worst best team. It could be one of these teams in this division. There are
Yeah.
so many good teams in that division. Like I said, granted uh, the Cardinals did play the the Panthers, and the Panthers aren't great, but I mean, any given Sunday, anything can
Yeah,
happen.
it's professional
Um,
professional athletes playing each other. Like,
yep,
we talk about how terrible these teams are, but we got to also think that they are professional athletes, and at any time
yeah.
they
Did
can
you
go off.
did you see Bryce Young's attempts? He had he
Mm-mm.
had 55 attempts. He was 35 for
Well,
55.
they're letting him do his thing.
328 yards, 3 touchdowns, and interceptions. And then rushing wise, they had
He had 3
49 rushing
touchdowns
yards,
and 3 interceptions.
one interception. But rushing, they only
I
had
tell you what,
49
though,
rushing yards.
you throw the ball.
49 rushing yards.
I tell you what, you throw the ball 51 times and only get
Yeah.
one interception. Kudos.
Yeah. And
Congratulations.
really, the Cardinals didn't have a lighted up game either. Like Kyler Murray was 17 for 25, 220 yards, a touchdown, interceptions. James Conner had a touchdown, 34 yards. Kyler Murray rushed for 32 yards. Spread the ball around quite a bit, played pretty decent defense, and up in there until the end. Here you are, 2-0, Cardinals 2-0. So one of those teams that definitely kind of surprised me, and maybe that's on me for not really paying as much attention to them in the
Yeah.
offseason, but
I think I had the Rams being really good, and I think I had the
I did
Cardinals
too.
second in
Yeah,
that division. I think I had actually the 49ers being last in that division.
yeah. Um, and they're honestly the 49ers are kind of surprising me. They lost a lot of defensive starters. Obviously, we got two of them in Hufanga and Greenlaw, and Greenlaw hasn't even started for us yet because he's got a quad injury. But Hufanga's been great for us. But they're just really well coached. Like I love
Yeah,
obviously Shanahan,
Shanahan's a
and
good
Mike
coach.
Shanahan coached the Broncos, but Kyle Shanahan, he went in there and he had a vision for this team, and boy, he's been doing really good things. It doesn't, I mean, Brock Purdy, underrated quarterback. Not a lot of people like him. I think he's pretty good quarterback.
Well, he was hurt
Uh,
today, and they still won. I mean,
yeah, I mean, and then you got Christian McCaffrey when he's healthy. So, um, I mean, I don't know. Rushing
you never
wise,
know, I guess. But
I mean, Christian McCaffrey only had 50, 60 rushing yards
I
today.
know it's
Brian
only
Robinson.
I know it's only week 2, but man, it is the playing field is so level right now. There's
It
like a
really
couple
is.
there's a couple of teams that you think that are going to win 14 games at
Yeah.
least. Like I think the Bills are going to do just as good as last year.
Yep.
I think they're going to be the number one team in the AFC. I really do believe that. But I also think that the Ravens could be right up there with them. The Chargers could be right up
Yeah.
there with them. I think that those are all 3 really good teams right now, and the NFC is up in the air. I think.
So,
Go ahead.
but no, I was gonna say before we get to that, because that's actually the next topic here. Let's go ahead and take a quick break. We're gonna hear from Smack and Sunflower Seeds, and we'll jump to segment 3 here. So we'll take a quick break. We'll be right back. Smackin' Sunflower Seeds. Choose your flavor and enjoy some of the best seeds on the market. Smackin' goes above and beyond to make sure you have the perfect seed every single time. Enjoy their wide selection that they have to offer. Not sure what seeds to buy? Grab a variety pack and use code AVERAGE or scan our QR code for 10% off. All right, we are back. And Casey, you were kind of touching on a little bit these AFC, NFC teams that are really starting off kind of hot, and that is this final segment here, talking about these teams, kind of looking ahead, big questions. So let's go ahead and kind of go through a few of these teams that are 2-0 to start the season. Like you said, you got the Bills that are 2-0. You got the Chargers 1-0 right now. Raiders 1-0. They play each other tomorrow night, either tonight or tomorrow night. It might be a doubleheader, Monday night doubleheader
It's
tomorrow.
Monday. It's Monday night.
Yeah, I think it's a doubleheader because there's
Because
another team that
tonight
plays.
is
Texans play tomorrow too,
who
so
plays
Vikings
tonight?
got to play
It's
tonight, right?
Vikings and shoot, I can't
Bear.
remember.
Oh wait, no, Vikings and Bears already played. Who plays
No,
tonight? Vikings and Falcons play tonight,
Falcons. Yeah,
and
yeah.
then Bucks and Texans tomorrow.
I don't know why, dude. I'm hyped to see Michael Penix playing Sunday Night Football.
Yeah, dude, I
I'm
like Michael
hyped.
Penix.
I'm
I do a
hyped
lot.
for it.
I like him a lot. I like that team a lot.
Yeah.
I think they could do some really good things. They have a lot of really
Jump
good
ship.
weapons
I'm
and
gonna jump
stuff.
ship. I'm
But
just gonna become a Falcons fan
yeah,
now. No, dude, I
forget
should
the
have been a
Dolphins.
Bills. I should have been a Bills fan, dude.
Yeah, we tried telling you, but it's whatever.
Yeah, I've been hopping on a bandwagon though. I'd have been called
Yeah.
a bandwagoner and all that. So
Well, it happens. Just give it
might
time.
as well just
Um,
be on a part of a crappy team and just go through that.
well, you're already there, so you might as well just wait it out now.
Yep. Yeah, I got stuff
uh,
behind me right now.
yeah. No, so AFC North. Bengals are the 2-0 leading the way there, but like you said, Ravens had a tough matchup. Bengals almost lost to the Jags. I don't think the Jags are anything special. I realize that Burrow got hurt. Jamar Chase just went insane today. I don't know if you've seen his stats. I don't know if they were.
Yeah.
He's over 100 and some yards, but went really did really well. Browns 0-2. We'll talk about these lower teams on here as well, but Colts 2-0. They are leading the AFC South. Not what I expected. I expected the Texans to be up there. Realize that Texans haven't played yet, but we talked about the Colts. They are. I don't think they're a joke. Last week, here we are, dude. I mean, me and you. They played the Dolphins last week and played us this week, and it's just like, man.
I knew that this the first week wasn't a test at all. I mean,
I wasn't expecting it. I really didn't.
The Dolphins are terrible.
Yeah.
Coming from a fan, they're just. I expected that. I will be ecstatic if they win 6 games.
Wow. Well, we'll be looking ahead here eventually.
I will be ecstatic if they win 6 games right now. I think that by the end of that season, I know that we're talking about the Colts right now, but I think by the end of the season, I think Mike McDaniel's probably gone. If he doesn't have a good season, I think he's gone. I think they trade Tyreek Hill away. I think Tua's. Oh man, I don't know if you.
if he survives this season,
what do you do with him? I think it's hit the rebuild after this season. If it ends up being, I think if they start off like 0-4, 0-5, I think it starts to tank.
Yeah,
but in the next, I don't know what they're. I really haven't looked too much into the schedule.
Tyreek will be bye.
Yeah, Tyreek will be traded.
Out.
He'll be traded halfway through the year if that's the case.
He'll go to a contender for sure.
But going back to Indy, I didn't think it was much of a test. I was really surprised with Daniel Jones with how good he played. No matter who he played, I thought he played really well. And then this week was the test, and Daniel Jones proved that he's like a starter. I think he's kind of like revamped his career. Right now, he's revamping his career like Sam Darnold revamped his career over in Minnesota.
Yeah, I was going to say Ryan Tannehill, but Ryan Tannehill was just a handed-off guy and let Derrick Henry do the work. Yeah, Sam Darnold, great comparison there for sure. Yeah, I definitely agree. It sucks. It sucks now, but 1-1, we're still early in the season, so a lot of things can change. And Mike McDaniels, we'll take him back in Denver. He was a great ball boy for us.
He'd be a great ball boy. He'd be a good offensive coordinator.
Oh probably. No, I'm saying ball boy. He was a ball boy 30 years ago for the Broncos. He can come back and do it again.
He looks like a kid, so he probably
just shave his face. He'll be able to pull it off.
He'd be like, cool.
Yeah, cool.
While he wears his joggers and
yeah. Oh man. All right. So Eagles. We'll go over to the NFC now. Eagles leading that division 2-0. Just check out the Chiefs, which we'll kind of talk about the 0-2 teams here coming up. Commanders 1-1, Cowboys 1-1, Giants 0-2. NFC West, 49ers, Cardinals, and Rams. We just talked about that. All of those teams are 2-0, and all of them already played. So that's awesome. It's really intriguing to see who's going to come out of this division on top. NFC North, Packers, we talked about them. Powerhouse team right now, 2-0. Vikings, Lions, 1-1, and then Bears.
The Bears.
And then you go to the NFC South, which seems like it's always been a weak division, like the past 3-4 years. Yeah. It really has. Bucks are 1-0, Falcons 0-1, Panthers 0-2, Saints 0-2. So
but I think the Falcons, the Bucks are sneaky.
It'll be between the Bucks and the Falcons. Oh, and also I'm
Yeah,
saying
for
like they
sure.
never seem like there's not very much competition in that division. Like I really don't think the Panthers or the Saints they might be fighting for Arch Manning by the time the end of the season rolls around. I
But
don't
who
know.
wants right now? I mean, look at the Arch Manning. I don't know if you
Probably
even
gonna,
get
yeah, that's true. He's
drafted.
probably gonna stay in college another year.
Yeah,
He's making enough money in college right now. He doesn't ever need to leave.
he's gonna have to prove himself right now. He's not. Ugh, it's a
Yeah,
little rough.
not looking great, but he's a Manning. He'll get it figured out. So what do you think? And it's really early in the season. What do you think this means for like the 0-2 teams? Like, do you think is there any concerns? Is there any panic buttons that we should be pressing on
Um,
any of these teams at all? And
right
really
now.
quick, before we go into that, let me go through the 0-2 teams and we can kind of discuss it a little bit.
Okay.
We got the Jets, Dolphins. You've got the Chiefs, the only 0-2 team in that division. That sucks. I get it. Chiefs are going to bounce back. I just had to take one shot. I haven't taken one all day. Browns 0-2, Texans 0-1, Titans 0-2. And then in the NFC, you've got Giants 0-2, Bears 0-2, and then we just talked about the Falcons, Panthers, and Saints all being 0-1/0-2.
So for me, there's a couple teams that you expect it, like Panthers, Saints, Dolphins. Oh, who else?
I didn't expect it from the Chiefs. You did not expect it from
Did
the
not
Chiefs.
expect it from the Chiefs.
I mean, two
But
tough games.
the Chiefs have a tough schedule. And I don't.
Yeah.
I think that there were some talks like that that the Chiefs needed to win the game today to really kickstart their season, which I don't think that's really true.
No, I don't think so. I
I
mean, you've
think
got
they
a tough
still have
schedule.
I think they still have a chance at the division. Honestly,
Yeah.
if they kick it into gear a little bit. Now, if they lose next week, then you start getting concerned. In my opinion, you
Yeah.
gotta you can't go. They can't go 0-3.
They won't lose next
They
week.
won't.
We'll,
They
we'll
won't.
go
But
we'll go over who
they
they're playing.
can't. They can't lose next week.
No, yeah.
And a team that I am concerned about, and they're kind of turning into like Cowboys fans a little bit when it comes to like getting hyped up and excited about their season.
Is it the
And
Bears?
you're getting hyped up and excited about the season, think you're gonna make the playoffs. You know, we got Ben Johnson, he's nice and flashy.
Oh, it
Like,
is the Bears. Wow, okay.
but I'd be concerned if I'm a Bears fan.
Yeah, I mean,
Because
you're not in an easy division, and after
you're not in
looking and
these
seeing
divisions.
what
Your
the
schedule is tough.
so here it is. Here it is. You got beaten by two division teams right off the bat. All right, and then you watch the Packers, who you have not played yet, just destroying everyone they're playing, and you're like,
They destroyed the
"Gosh,
team that beat
dang
you by
it!"
30.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, what's
Caleb Williams may
yeah,
not be alive
yeah.
after that Packers first game.
I
But
don't know if I'd
yeah,
be.
I'd be worried if I'm the Bears. Don't get.
I don't
I
press the
really would.
panic button on the
I, don't-
Bears
I
yet.
wouldn't.
I have
I
my hand
wouldn't.
resting next to it though.
I wouldn't be worried about the Texans. That division sucks. They're
Yeah.
they're gonna figure out. I like C.J. Stroud.
Yeah.
Nico Collins, talked about him.
Really
I'm
good.
high on him.
Yep.
I think they're solid, and they have Joe Mixon as their run. They have Joe Mixon in the backfield. They're going to be okay, I think, and their
Yeah.
defense and they're coached very well. So don't be. I mean, 0-1s don't really worry about the 0-2s.
Yeah.
You kind of the 0-2s, 0-3s, 0-4s are the kind of ones you really start looking
Yeah. When
at.
you get to 0-5, then it's like, dang,
And you're like, oh, yeah.
dang.
Who's
Yeah.
going? Who's fighting for the first pick?
Yeah. Your Dolphins, obviously, you could probably start hitting that panic button a little bit. They just haven't
I hit
looked.
the panic button last year when Tua got hurt twice.
Yeah.
I hit that panic button there, and then I was really upset. Like this may be a hot take for Dolphins fans, but I was really hoping that we drafted Shador.
Wow.
I was. I thought that, especially when
why
he
not?
fell.
Why not?
Especially when he fell as far as he did. Why didn't we draft him?
That could be
there's
said for
got to
any
be
team.
something. There's got to be something going on there. Why he didn't get drafted? But to draft Akers, who, I mean, I'm really not. And then he's not even playing. We put Zach Wilson in there.
Former Bronco. Actually,
So
looks
it's
pretty
like-
good when he says, but
All he cares about is hunting MILFs down. Man, that's all he cares about.
well,
I mean, I guess
don't know.
if you want to kill a quarterback right now, then you just kill Zach Wilson. You keep Akers to kind of salvage him a little bit.
Yeah.
But because he's been getting hit so much and dang.
Do you need a glass
Yeah.
of water right now?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
Want to hand you this through the
But at the Jets, and then where did he go? Did he just play for the Jets and that's it?
Zach Wilson, yeah, Jets, and then the Broncos, and now
Oh,
back into your
Broncos. Yeah, yeah,
division.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yep. Sean
Yeah.
Payton
So
took him
I
in.
mean, I'm not. I was worried about him anyways, but
Yeah.
I mean, I fully expected this to happen. So
Yeah. Touch on a few more teams here, though. Jets, obviously, I'm not hitting the panic button yet. There looks like there's potential there, but it's my hands hovering over the top of
I
that
think you.
that button.
So going to that, I'm glad you brought the Jets up. Uh, Justin Fields being in concussion, having a concussion, that's you start hovering that panic button because they're probably not going to win
Yeah.
next week without him. In my
Yeah.
opinion, I've always been high on Justin Fields. We talked about this before we even started the podcast.
Yeah.
I mean, I really like him. I really liked him, and I think that he would have been a solid quarterback no matter where he went. And the Steelers actually wanted him to keep him, and they couldn't give him what he wanted. So,
Yeah.
I think that he proved that he was a solid quarterback with the games that he played at the Steelers and the first game with the Jets. So,
Yeah.
I think you kind of hit that panic button a little bit, especially if you go 0-3 and then he comes back and potentially gets hurt again. So, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, I think another team we talk about where there could be a potential fire sale coming up is the Browns. If they continue to trend the way they are, you're going to have a lot of people that are wanting out. You're going to trade away some key pieces. You've got some good defensive players. You've got Myles Garrett, you've got Denzel Ward. You have JOK, right?
Yeah, they're
Jeremiah
good.
Usa. Yeah, yeah. So you've got some good players, but man, 0-2. I can see them being a team where there's a fire sale. And then the Titans 0-2, not a huge surprise. You're the worst team in the NFL last year. You're gonna have growing pains with a rookie quarterback. That's just the way it is. So they kind of round out kind of the losing teams here a little bit. I'm not worried about the Chiefs. The Chiefs are going to bounce back. Everybody was wondering. We didn't really talk about them, but not worried about the Chiefs. Let's go ahead. Last thing I want to do before we get to our jersey bracket is actually kind of go through the schedule let's go through the rest of this week's schedule. And then we can kind of make predictions for next week's as well. So we'll make this really quick. Let's see if we agree on these. You got Falcons and Vikings tonight. Who do you got? We'll go through these really quick.
I'm going Falcons.
I'll go Falcons as well. I like Michael Penix. Like you said, I want to see them play on Saturday Night Football. So we'll see if we're right when we drop this podcast on Tuesday.
If JJ McCarthy is a dog like he was in the fourth quarter,
It's true.
it's tough. But
Yeah.
I'm going Falcons.
Yep, Falcons. Bucks, Texans. I can see the Texans pulling this one off after a loss last week. I can see them pulling this one off. You got Chargers and Raiders. Chargers might win this division.
Chargers.
At this point.
Chargers.
I like Chargers as well. So that rounds out the rest of week 2. And let's quickly go through week 3. You've got your Dolphins playing the Bills.
Yeah, not even close.
Bills. Bengals, Vikings next week.
If Joe Burrow is if Joe Burrow is 100% healthy,
yeah,
I'll go with them. If not, I'll go Vikings. But I mean, honestly, I'll go Bengals.
I'm gonna go Bengals as well. Then you got Texans and Jags. Probably taking the Texans there, especially if they win and they kind of get on a little bit of a streak.
Yeah.
I'll take the Texans against the Jags. Too. Colts and Titans, battles of the AFC South. Colts, though, I mean, they look unstoppable right now. So maybe the Titans surprise them. It is a division game, but we'll wait and see. Raiders versus Commanders.
Commanders. They're going to bounce
the Commanders. Jaden Daniels. Yeah, I think they're going to bounce back. Rams and Eagles. I think this is going to be a really good game.
Give me the Rams.
You know what? Give me it's at Philadelphia, though.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. Give me the Eagles. It's at Philadelphia. If it's at SoFi, I would take.
Give me the Eagles.
I would take the Rams. So give me the Eagles. Yep. Then you got Falcons at Panthers. Give me the Falcons again, a division game, but I just don't think the Panthers are that good yet. Steelers and Patriots. I don't know what Steelers team I'm getting next week.
I'd go Steelers.
We'll split here. I'm going to go Patriots. So we'll split here. I'll go Patriots. You got Steelers. Just because, my goodness, I mean, give me the Steelers team which one is going to show up? I don't know. Packers and Browns.
Packers.
My goodness. I mean, Packers on that one. Jets, Bucks. Bucks probably.
Yeah,
I
Bucks because
think
Justin
concussion.
Fields will be
Yeah.
out.
Broncos Chargers next week.
Ooh,
It's
where's it at?
at Chargers. It's at Los Angeles. So
I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to. I have to go.
I'm gonna
I'm
go.
gonna have to, I'm gonna go Chargers. I have to go
Yeah,
Chargers.
I'm also gonna go Chargers. And I hate to do it as a Broncos fan, but you didn't really give me any hope after today. After seeing that, Saints and Seahawks. Give me the Seahawks.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, Cowboys Bears. This could actually be a game.
No, I think Cowboys blow them out
Wow.
because
Wow.
because of this, because of the fact that look how great the Lions played against the Bears defense, and the Cowboys offense is actually stacked.
Yeah, it is.
I think the Cowboys win by 2 touchdowns easy.
You know what? Give me the Bears. Just give me the Bears here. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. We're gonna be different here. You have the Cowboys. I'll take the Bears.
Where's
The
where are they playing
Cowboys
at? Are they playing at Chicago?
in Chicago. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
So
still
just
give me the Cowboys.
yeah, give me the Bears. Give me the Bears. Cardinals 49ers.
Ooh, Cardinals.
Ooh, give me the 49ers on that one. Give me the 49ers. We'll split on that one too.
Okay.
Chiefs should get their first win. Chiefs at Giants.
Ooh,
Chiefs?
I don't know though.
No, you're lying. That's Chiefs. Chiefs
Dude,
gonna get their first win.
Russ throws for 500.
I mean, you could take the Giants. You go right ahead.
The Chiefs defense has not been looking very good.
It hasn't. It hasn't. But Chiefs
You know what?
Giants. Who you got?
You know what? I love Zebby.
Do it.
I'll go. I'm gonna go Chiefs.
Oh, okay. And then another.
He's gonna probably come to my house and beat me to a pulp just
Yeah.
because he sees that.
Another really good game. That's a Sunday night game. Chiefs Giants. Wow. Monday night. Next Monday. Lions Ravens. Be a good game.
Oh, I'd go Ravens.
If that Lions offense looks like it did today, it's gonna be really hard. But it is in
Yeah, but they're
Baltimore,
not
so
going to
yeah,
look like that because they're playing against a very good defense.
it is very good defense. Yeah, go ahead and give me the Ravens as well. I like the Ravens in that contest. So, all right, there's our picks for the upcoming week. We'll see if we're wrong or if we're right. Before we get out of here, let's go ahead and discuss the bracket here. So we need to pull up the bracket. So I'll go ahead and get that pulled up really quick. We're going to see, are we in Final Four now? I'll have to get it pulled up and see where we're at.
Should be.
Final Four here. Winners from each, well, not really each division, but just our Final Four. You've got the Chargers that are coming out here in the between the AFC West and AFC East. You've got the Bengals coming out between the AFC South and AFC North. So now you've got Chargers against the Bengals. Good matchup on this side. And then NFC West, NFC East winner was the Seattle Seahawks. NFC South, NFC North winner was the Lions. I'm not going to lie. I did not expect the Lions to come out on top there.
They have a sneaky sweet jersey, dude. Like
They
the silver and
do.
blue. I love it.
Yeah, they do. So there is your Final Four. You've got the Chargers going up against the Bengals and the Seattle Seahawks going up against the Lions. So let us know in the comments who is going to make this championship, which two teams. Vote for your team here. Push them on through to the next round. A lot of teams are making some really good runs here. So I can't wait. I'm excited to see what the winner is going to be of this jersey bracket. So let us know in the comments. And then winner is going to be what, 2 weeks? Winner's 2 weeks away.
Yep.
Week 2 NFL recap in the books. Finished up with our NFL bracket there. I think that's going to wrap it up for us on this podcast. Thank you guys for tuning in. We'll see you next week.